I would like to start by asking you, are you trying to be okay? Do you spend your day covering up how you feel so that everyone around you won't know about the dark thoughts that are coursing through your mind? You're not okay if you've answered yes to either of these questions. You're not in a good place to trust your mind, and it's time to ask for help. Today I want to talk about suicide. I understand this place very well. I've been there more than once in my life. There have been times when the voices in my head wouldn't stop screaming long enough for me to hear my own voice of reason. The noise had utterly taken over my mind, blocking out anything good, keeping me trapped. Thoughts about suicide come to many people, but another sign that we need help is when we start making a plan as to how we're going to carry it out. We all have dark times, and for the most part, our struggles lead us into a better place. However, when a dark time in our life turns into a reason to end our life, we've crossed a healthy threshold, and again, it's time to seek support. I want you to know that when you ask for help from your friends or family, they may not be able to help you or give you the answers you may be looking for. It's not that they don't love you. It might be that they don't know what to do, or that they don't understand what you're going through. But this is not the end. We must continue to seek help from different sources. We must continue to reach out until we find the help we need. You also need to know that you are not weak because you are falling apart, and that you're not weak if you ask for help. Talking about this is what makes you strong. It's what helps you see that there are many solutions to your problems. You're not alone as you might think. There are many people sitting in the same place struggling, and there are just as many people who love and care for you and would love the opportunity to help. Suicide is not the answer. It's a bigger problem than all your problems combined. I can't even imagine if I had taken my own life during the periods that I was struggling. I can't imagine how different the world would be around me. We all have so much value and purpose, far beyond what our minds can conceive. You have come into this world as a unique and special person, and there's nobody else in this world that could ever replace you. There are hundreds, if not thousands, of people and situations that need you. When you find that your mind is looping with the same dark thoughts, set them down, stop. If you need to, scream stop. Then pick up the phone and make a call. And if the person on the other end of the phone is not there for you, call another person. Do anything. There's so much we can do, and that we need to do, even after we ask for help. The work and love that we pour into ourselves will grow and multiply. It's crucial that you understand that you are loved, and because you breathe, you are important. Your past doesn't define you, and your future will change and continue to change daily for the rest of your life. We're never as stuck as we might think, and we never know how fast life can be radically different. While we're trapped in our minds circling around our problems, we might not be able to see our solutions. There is a great deal of power in learning how to rise above our minds. I see my body as a house. My mind is the attic, full of all kinds of memories of the past and thoughts. And I see that my stomach is like the basement of my house, and that's where we find our emotions. And for a good portion of my life, I lived between the basement of my house and the attic. But where does all the good stuff happen? It happens on the main floor, in the living room, or in the kitchen, and that's where the heart is. I lived in my mind. I lived in my emotions, never taking the time to move into the most beautiful place in this house that I rest in. Not taking the time to rest in my heart. Your heart is a doorway that opens into a beautiful life that's waiting for you. It gives us vision to see what is good and always knows what to do. When we're trapped in our minds, we lose touch with our hearts. We stop hearing and seeing how beautiful life is. It blocks us from knowing that we are walking miracles. Stop and take that in for just a minute. You are a miracle, and it's your job to discover that through the remainder of your life. Again, if you're struggling with suicidal thoughts, please reach out. Don't sit in silence and suffer alone.